The Department of Corrections is investigating whether a pretrial detainee was given access to a cell phone last week while being held behind bars at the Hagatna Detention Facility. Has the Director and Internal Affairs been notified of a possible breach of security at the Hagatna Detention Facility?
The director was made verbally aware of some increase of incidents that happened at the Hagatna Detention Facility. However, nothing has been reported in writing. We're still waiting for that report to reach us.
DepCor spokesperson Jeff Limo could not speak to any specifics at this point, saying the director has ordered a report of the alleged incident be submitted by the commander of the Hagatna lockup immediately.
I cannot confirm if there was a breach at Hagatna at this time.
Can you confirm whether or not it was regarding a cell phone, if the incident was regarding a cell phone?
Well, there were several increase of incidents that happened, and again, if it involved the cell phone that was recently restored back to the privileges of the DOC personnel, that will look into it.
KUAM has confirmed that an individual who is detailed to the department was seen visiting some pretrial detainees last week. Apparently, one of the detainees was reportedly seen holding a cell phone that allegedly belonged to the detailed employee. What is the department's policy with regard to cell phones and pretrial detainees or inmates?
Pretrial detainees or inmates are at no time accessible to any cell phones. Again, we did several crackdowns back in the weeks earlier before today that we did find cell phones in several possessions of inmates, and disciplinary action has been taken. We
should note that after cell phones were found in the hands of inmates and detainees several weeks ago, the director ordered a ban on employees bringing cell phones into DepCor facilities. But Limo confirms that the ban was just lifted last week.
If there's a phone that's in fact in possession of a pretrial detainee or an inmate, then I can say there was a breach of security. But at this time, I can't confirm that the breach of security did happen up at DOC.
But the Guam Police Department confirms that it received a report of a possible breach of security as well. GPD spokesperson Officer A.J. Balahaja tells KUAM that the department is conducting an internal affairs investigation into, quote, a possible breach involving GPD officers and DOC officers. He could not disclose whether the investigation surrounds Police Captain Mark Charfris, who is the only member of the force who is currently detailed to the Department of Corrections. His temporary assignment began several months ago, as Charfris was tapped to specifically draft legislation that would identify funding sources for a new prison. The bill has already been drafted and is still under review, but Charfris remains on detail at the department, tasked to look for other grant funding opportunities. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Mindy Egan.